The breakdown you're about to watch is brought to you by We Want Picks Premium Membership. Premium membership gets you all sorts of exclusive content, early bets, fantasy tools, and betting guides. Check it out now, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. Get ahead of these betting lines and get access to all of the tools now with an optimizer. We have a DraftKings optimizer available to you at the same low price of $10 a month. That's $2.50 a week. You get all of our bets early, all of our fantasy content early. You get betting tools and now a DraftKings optimizer, DraftKings ownership, and everything you need to build now up to 150 lineups with just a few clicks. WeWantPicks.com at the top. Click Become a Member. It is only $10 a month. All right, $10 a month. You have one good week. You pay for the whole year. WeWantPicks.com at the top. Click Become a Member. And as always, if you want $50, all you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our betting partners. Make a deposit, and I will send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit. I'll send you $50. And opening up the UFC 278 fight card, we have Victor Altamirano taking on Daniel Da Silva. Daniel Da Silva is 11-3 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, looking for his first UFC win. Victor Altamirano is 10-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off a split decision loss 5 months ago. And Victor Altamirano is more of a traditional martial artist, but he has a solid MMA game. He's fast and powerful on his feet, but he's also patient and calculated. His takedown defense is not great, but he does sweep well from bottom, and he has a good enough get-up game that he's not just going to be held down for 15 minutes. He's coming off a loss to Carlos Hernandez, where he showcased his toughness and striking, but he ultimately did give up some takedowns and lost that decision. Daniel Da Silva, or if you are doing your own research, you may have to look for Daniel Lacerda. If somebody in the comment section wants to let us know what's up with that name change, that'd be helpful. But that is the same person. And he's a solid striker. He's got really good kicks, solid forward pressure. If it gets to the ground, he has really good control and pressure from top. But his takedowns are not great, so it's not really a guarantee that he'll get it there. All 11 wins and 3 losses are by stoppage, so he's very dangerous, but he is willing to put himself in harm's way to chase his stoppage. He's a legit threat both standing and on the ground. This is an interesting betting line here because Altamirano is a 2-1 favorite. It tightened up a little bit. This was actually worse, but it's still tightened up. I actually think this fight should be a pick'em. I think this should be much closer to a razor-thin pick'em fight. Both guys are solid striking. Both just have okay wrestling and solid BJJ. I think Da Silva is the better striker. He's obviously the more dangerous fighter overall. I wish he had better wrestling so he could force it to the ground, but I still think Daniel Da Silva gets this done. And yeah, I mean, coming off a card with a whole bunch of underdogs, I'm going to open up this one picking an underdog. Even in Da Silva's loss to Figueiredo, he was the one who got the takedown. So he had a little bit of success there before he ended up getting caught. Obviously, it didn't end well for him, but Victor is not Figueiredo on the ground or off his back. So I'm going underdog here. I don't love that pick. It is a close pick, but I'm liking Daniel Da Silva. And Jakey boy, we do have a super chat, and it is from John Doe, the anonymous John Doe, saying, going with Aldo as lock of the week, going to sprinkle some Leon as well. Well, listen, John, we appreciate the super chat, but lock of the week is trademarked. Only Jacob can say it and use it, like Bruce Buffer with "Let's Get Ready to Rumble." So,
well, it costs $4.99 to say it. So he paid his dues.
Okay, he paid
the $4.99, so he can use the lock of the week. It only lasts a week though. So next week you got to come back with the $4.99 to use it again, unfortunately. But
we appreciate you.
Yeah, and a little foreshadowing there. I know a lot of people this week for lock of the week are saying it's got to be Aldo. It's got to be Aldo. It's got to be Aldo.
Let's talk about this fight. How about we talk about this fight, Jacob? That'd be helpful.
Absolutely, 100%. I was actually surprised that you went with the underdog here in Daniel Da Silva. And Victor is still, I'm looking at it right now, live odds is minus 193. The bet I placed on this for premium members, and it's a little bit too late for you now. That's why you got to sign up, become a premium member to get those early odds that we placed Sunday and Monday before the Tuesday live stream was under 2.5 rounds. I think these boys really go after it. I like the Daniel Da Silva play in this, and he is definitely the finisher of the two. And if he wins, it probably will be by finish, and I got the under 2.5 at -110. It is now at -180 for under 2.5
crap.
rounds. So it is moving. You got to become a premium member and get those early odds when we post them, because we know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, and when you watch Victor, tell me, maybe you didn't see it, but if you're gonna watch the fight, and you watch Victor. He reminds me a lot, the way he moves, the way he strikes, of Tony Ferguson. The first thing that I thought of when I watched him strike was Tony Ferguson. He's not super fast, he's not super powerful, but he's just a tough dude that will just keep throwing volume, and he relies a lot on head movement. It's a lot of big head movement, almost like the Dominic Cruz type head movement, where he's just dipping and ducking. And I think that's going to be some big issues with Daniel Silva, because that dude, not only is he good in grappling, but when he throws strikes, that dude doesn't give a fuck, man. He throws big kicks and really, really powerful, precise kicks, leg kicks, head kicks, and he has no respect for his opponents. As a good thing. A lot of people don't have respect and they get caught. He has no respect for his opponents. When he walks in there, he knows he's going to win every single fight. Obviously, he hasn't won every single fight, but that's the kind of confidence that he brings into the octagon. And against a guy like Victor, who isn't super, super dangerous, I think this matchup plays out perfectly for Da Silva, because he's able to move forward without having to worry about the big striking of Victor or the flashy, takedowns and being controlled on the ground. I think it's a perfect match for Da Silva to do his thing, show off what he is able to do. I think it's a little bit of short notice for him, and he has gassed in the past, so that's a little bit worrisome, but I'm honestly Da Silva all the way in this matchup. I don't know if he's going to be my lock of the week yet. I tend to shy away from more of the grapplers, even though I think he's the better striker as well in this matchup, but I love this matchup for Da Silva.
It should be a really fun fight, and not to continue to push premium membership, but that is a perfect example. In just a few short days, those odds
24
doubled.
hours. Yeah,
They doubled. Yeah, they doubled. So we update the bets for premium members as we place them. So I've had bets up there for about 2 weeks for this card. When we add them as we go, we see something, they drop props on different days, right?
Slides on me. Wow, look at that.
Oh, I meant to go backwards. Okay. Yeah, it was the first day of kindergarten, and my kids got me all twisted up. Anyway, odds change. Come premium member, get ahead of those odds. $7,600 to $8,600 in DraftKings Fantasy. You got to pick an underdog, right? You can't just have all favorites in your lineup. Daniel Da Silva at $7,600. It's a feast or famine. You're going to get your money's worth, or he's going to put up 3 points. So
I honestly think in a card like this, where you see a ton of big favorites, -500, -400, -300, you got to really focus on those live underdogs. And there's a lot of underdogs that are probably going to get mauled in the matchups. Da Silva's not going to get mauled in this matchup. Victor's not a super dangerous guy.
He's never been to a decision. If he loses, he's getting stopped.
Yeah, but again, look at Victor, the way he wins. I mean, he's not a finisher himself. That's why I say I think it's a perfect matchup. And I think that $7,700, he's definitely going to be in my lineup.
Yeah, I do think as far as underdogs are concerned, he's one of the better, more live, more valuable ones. 48 strikes to 86 strikes for Monkey Knife Fight. If you don't know what Monkey Knife Fight is, it's daily fantasy. All you need to do is say more or less in the strike line, and you could triple your money. And this is total strikes, not significant strikes, which is an important differentiator here. These are two little guys. They're both busy. Daniel getting stopped and stopping worries me about that 86, but I think Daniel gets past the 48. What do you think?
I think this is kind of choose your side. If you think Victor's going to win, I think it's a more and more. If you think Daniel's going to win, I think it's probably a less. So it's kind of pick your side. So I think Daniel's going to win. I think it's a less situation.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't like when they're this far apart. You know what I mean? I like when they're a little closer. It's a little more obvious how the fight's going to go. This is pretty far apart. I'll probably leave this around, but if you guys know what you want to do with this line, go to weonpicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit, take the free money, play some of these lines.